Hello everyone, it's Christian Main here. Hope you're doing well. Today is part 2 of the chord families video. And what I want to do is I want to show you how to use the information from last time. If you remember, last time we learned, however, what a tonic family was, a subdominant family was, and a dominant family was. Again, just to remind you, the tonic family was your 1 chord and your 6 minor. And on occasion, a 3 minor. Again, I told you I'm not a big fan of resolving on that, but hey, it's your world. Subdominant has our 4 and our 2 minor. Our dominant family has a 5 or a 5-7 chord. Our 7 diminished 7th or 7 minor 7 flat 5. And our 3 minor because it's a relative to the 5. Now, if you notice, I already have written up a chord progression up here. I have 2 measures of 1, 2 measures of 4, a measure of 5, and a measure with a 5-7 in it, and 2 measures of 1. Now, what I want you to learn how to do is, we've all played these chords before. We've all played G, C, D, okay, even D7, okay? So this is how we change that chord progression. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly get into changing the chord progressions quickly. What I want you to start doing, though, is I want you to start looking at those as families and not chords, okay? Don't think of it as a 1 chord. Think of that 1 chord as a tonic, okay? And think of a subdominant and a dominant. Once you get used to that mindset, okay? I want you to get that drilled into your head. So what I really have here is I have 2 tonics, 2 measures of tonic, 2 measures of subdominants, 2 measures of dominant chords, and I have 2 measures of tonics. Now, the reason why that's important is because I'm going to bring that down here. So this is going to be our original chord progression. Our second chord progression will be added to this. What we're going to do is we're going to take different chords and plug these in from the families that there are that are provided over here. So just to give you an idea of what this original one sounds like, it's going to sound like this. Very basic chord progression. Anybody can play that. Okay, and all I did was I played 2 measures of G, 2 measures of C, a measure of D, a measure of D7, and 2 measures of G again. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to change that up, and I'm going to change it up drastically. I'm going to go way above and beyond. Most of the times you would only want to change 1 or 2 of the chords. For example, you'd want to change, if you're in a subdominant family, remember we have 2 chord types in that. We have a 4 and we have a 2. Okay, so you'd want to just change it. If it's a 4, you just want to change it to a 2. You don't want to go crazy. But I'm going to go a little bit crazy with this. We're going to take it to a different level. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start. I'm going to keep my 1 chord. So I'm going to keep the 1. But I'm going to change the second one. Okay? Because remember, we had 2 measures of 1. I'm going to change the second one. And I'm actually going to change it to a 6 minor. Okay? Now, we have 2 measures of 4 here. I'm going to go ahead and change the first one. I'm going to change it to a 2 minor. Remember, because these are our subdominants. SD is for subdominant. So we had 2 measures of 4. I'm just going to do 1 measure of 2, and then I'm going to keep the second measure of 4 just as it was. Okay, our dominant, I'm actually going to go to the 7 diminished 7th chord here. Play that one. And I want to keep this last dominant a 5-7, okay? And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to a tonic, and I'm just going to do a 1 and a 1. We're going to keep that very simple. We're going to end it normal. All right. So what we now have in the key of G is a G, okay, an E minor, an A minor, a C, an F sharp diminished 7th, a D7, and 2 measures of G. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this real quick so you get an idea what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wasn't terrible, hopefully. But you get to see how I took a basic chord progression and I went a little crazy with it and made a new chord progression out of it. Now again, I don't recommend going this drastic, but it shows you that you can use the family and give yourself all sorts of options. Okay, not very many people do a 1, 6, 2, 4, 7, 5, 1 chord progression. That's a chaotic chord progression. Now in the next video, I'm going to add more to those families. Okay, and then we're going to come back and then we're going to apply it in another video. So until next time, stay safe, keep playing, and I'll see you later.